Some of this is very, very important for control of high blood pressure. Why do you have high blood pressure? Well, a precursor to diabetes is high blood pressure. Why? Because the various capillaries are beginning to clog up with sugar, and sugar is like small little knives cutting away at these microcapillaries. We're talking about sometimes little bloodstream channels that are the thickness of a human hair, or maybe a slightly larger. These are just micros. They go everywhere. They go in the tips of your fingers, all the way throughout your brain, to the smallest locations in your body, and the surface of your skin. All of these things are affected when you have high blood pressure. Also, a man cannot do well in the bedroom, let's put it that way, if he has high blood pressure, because that really compromises one's ability to virtually to reproduce. It's almost impossible. If you have really high blood pressure, you're compromised. It's you can have erectile dysfunction. Women can be very stressed out just having high blood pressure, because it just produces a lot of stress in the body. So one of the things I talk about first, very beginning, when somebody comes to my clinic and they have high blood pressure, I'll ask them, how much water do you drink a day? And invariably, I have yet to find a single person with high blood pressure who drinks the correct amount of water. Now, what is the correct amount of water?
8 glasses a day.
Okay. Lady just walks in to our clinic. She's 100 pounds. She goes and sits down. She's dehydrated. A guy walks in, he's 350 pounds and plays linebackers for the Cowboys. 8 glasses of water? You sure?
Well, I guess it's got to be relative per pound of body weight, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Did you know the formula?
I think you were telling me it's half ounce per pound of body weight.
It's taking your body weight and dividing it in half, and the number that you get. Let's say you're 100 pounds. The number divided in half would be 50. And guess what? Convert that to ounces. So if you're 100 pounds, you drink 50 ounces a day. A little less, you're okay. So there isn't a given remedy that the brush doesn't paint all the same. You can't say to the 350-pound guy, you got to drink your 8 glasses of water a day. And the little lady is sitting there and she says, but doctor, I can't drink that much. No, that's 14 ounces more than she can possibly even hold. So we have to remember the formula. Your weight divided in half, and that becomes ounces, and that's what you're supposed to drink. Now, that doesn't mean coffee. It doesn't mean tea. It doesn't mean any kind of diuretic material. It means plain, ordinary water. So anything else has to be subtracted from your list and only put aside, and you think about water. Drink that amount of water. Why would I have high blood pressure if, let's say that's the only factor? Why would I have high blood pressure if I don't drink enough water? The blood is thicker. It's harder to push into those little microcapillaries and throughout the body. I met a guy who was about 200 pounds. He drank 20 ounces of water a day. Now, how he got here, and he didn't even have a hump in the middle of his back, so I know he's not a camel. You know, how is he surviving? I don't know. Maybe he eats watermelon all day. I don't know. But he was grumpy. He had very, very, very high blood pressure, and I gave him this advice. I said, I'm not going to give you the pills. I'm not going to give you anything. I want you to modify your lifestyle. Next time I see you, in a week, I want you doing 6 glasses. And then I want you doing 9 glasses at the end of 3 weeks. He came back, his blood pressure had dropped about 20%. It wasn't enough, but it began to drop. Then we began working on a number of other things to do. He makes sure that gravity is in effect on his couch. It isn't going to float away. He makes sure of that. Now, it's difficult to go out to the mailbox. It's at the front of his house. Said, look, okay, you're out of shape. Walk to the mailbox. Walk back. Tomorrow, do it again. Next time, walk across the street or walk down and say hi to a neighbor. Walk. Do something to get the body to start moving again. His body was extremely lethargic. All of those things lowered his blood pressure to the point that his medical doctor said, well, I think we can take you off of your high blood pressure medicine at the level we're taking now. I think we need to cut it down to about 1/4 of what we were prescribing. And he could live with that. That sounds good. Then we started working on his diet. And the idea of 3 bags of chips and a 6-pack of beer at night and all these other things that he was doing, all of that raised his blood pressure horribly. It got him to back off to 1 beer at night and no chips. Got him to slice up a big head of cabbage, chop it into small pieces, put it in a bowl, put some fajita seasoning powder on it, and eat it like chips. He said, that sounds crazy. Came back later and said, boy, that's good. I like that. I'll do that. I said, well, there you go. So all of those little things in his lifestyle contributed to the point where after about 6 months, his doctor totally took him off of blood pressure medicine because he was within the normal range. And he had lost about 50 pounds and actually went and got a gym membership. I don't know if he's going or not, but the point is he still looks really good. And that was really not giving him a bunch of pills. It was just saying, one of the things I try to do when people come to the clinic is listen to them. It was so easy just to say, oh, take some of this or take some of that. I can't prescribe. As a naturopath, I would say, if I was your weight and had high blood pressure, I would probably be taking this. And if the client wants to be able to do what I was doing, if I were in that situation, it's up to them. I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't look them in the eye and say, I'm your doctor, and you take what I tell you. No. We're natural people. We don't do that. There's a choice. So this man made the right choices. So I think that's probably some of the best things you can do for high blood pressure. Now, if you want to start using something like resveratrol or various other products, there are a number of materials out there that are herbal that can help lower blood pressure, but I don't really want to discuss that, mainly because it has a whole lot to do with who you are. One man's pleasure is another man's poison. So you can't just say, oh, you need to go take this. You know the expression, you can't be too alkaline? That's not true. You can be so alkaline you die. So there's 2 dangerous things, in my opinion, in the world now that we didn't have. Well, maybe we had one of them, and that's friends and the internet. If you listen to friends and you listen to the internet, you can get yourself in trouble because everybody says, go do this diet or go do that diet or whatever. And then the internet says, oh yeah, this has worked for so many people. Okay, it doesn't mention how many people died. Maybe they don't even know. But that's my point, is high blood pressure is not to be fooled around with. If you're going to do something, start out gentle, talk to your doctor about it. But one of the things you can do right away without any kind of medical intervention is look at yourself and say, am I moving? Am I drinking? Am I drinking the right amount of water? And am I getting off the couch because it isn't going to float away? So if you can do those two things for yourself before you do anything else, you're in better shape. So that's it. And until next time, Dave and I are going to have fun. Got you on that one?
Yeah.
We're going to have fun with this. We're going to keep working for you. We're going to keep bringing you various natural remedies for health. And until next time, be well.
Be well.